You're watching
Galactic
Chat.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Everything is still a work in progress.
Yes, everything is still a work in progress.
Just like my life.
But with that, your life is in. Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh man, but what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Where it's SplashTalk episode 16, guys. Sweet 16 for this show.
16 is the best number.
We're gonna have a party for Sweet 16. And you know how we're gonna do that? By reading more fan fiction. Because fan fiction. What do you mean, no?
Yay. Wait, so that means that this series now can officially, legally drive.
Oh my god. It's gonna drive.
The series can die.
What the fuck is that? What do you mean
drive
by
our
that?
fucking YouTube careers straight to the ground.
I mean, if we haven't done that already.
Oh shoot, Emma's here.
What's up, BFF? What's up, Emma?
Don't you dare call me BFF.
We got Shadowhunter in the house. What's up, Shadowhunter? He's like, nah, Savenya, bada nah. I don't even know what the fuck I just did there. He's like, I'm a shoot a good. Interesting. Very interesting. We got Flash in the house. What's up, Flash?
Hey, Flash, how are you doing, bro?
And today we're reading more fan fiction today. And guess what? And as you can tell by the title, it's more Batman, Superman fan fiction, but it's a twist. It's actually Supergirl and Batwoman fan fiction.
Ooh. Okay, well, I mean, like, I actually enjoyed last week's fan fiction. It was very well written and very beautiful and perfect. I mean it, like, it was so great.
We're starting early today. We really?
Don't you dare put me into Jello, Austin. Don't you dare. You know that fan fiction was beautiful.
You want to go in there again? Again?
Yes, please put me back into the Jello.
We're not even 5 minutes in and you're already in the Jello twice. Oh my god. You're really trying it today.
It was the best fan fiction I've ever read on this entire channel and platform.
You know, I don't want to keep using the clip, so you know what? I'm not even gonna use the clip this time. You don't even deserve the clip.
Oh man. Alrighty.
And trust me, just judging by the title and because this fan fiction, once again, you know who picked it out for us?
Sienna?
Yes. CC loves fanfics.
Yeah.
She picked it out for us. So, judging by how well this is, either thank you, I love you, or fuck you, I hate you. It just depends on what happens.
It's probably going to be the second one.
No, Steve, come on. Don't be mean like that.
Still. Alright.
Listen, Sienna's a great fanfic finder, so you know what?
Yeah, she is.
We appreciate you, but at the same time, you know, we hate you because you sometimes find us bad stuff, and the bad stuff hurts. Okay?
Yeah.
So, you know, before we begin, Ninjoid, where can they find you at?
Alright, you guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Ninjoid243, where we're going to actually have a little bit of break School stuff, happening, some tests and all of that, studying. So no more daily uploads. That's one main thing happening to the channel. Galactic Chat will actually now be one time every other week. So that means, yes, this upcoming week we don't have it, but next week we do have it. So, yes, and also later on tonight we will have Marvel and with news and rumors and all of that. So make sure you check that out around 10 p.m. Eastern time as soon as this stream is done, probably. So yeah, and you can find me on Twitter at Nindroid243. Thank you, Austin, as always, for having me on. Appreciate it, brother.
No problem. It's always great having you on. Next up, we got Sauerkraut. You know what? It's Sauerkraut.
Might as well just do it for him, Austin.
You know, you're right.
Our bro, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Come on. Come on. Do it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
I think they can't hear you, Ryan.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, there.
Hello?
There. Yeah, yes, we can, Ryan.
Okay, you guys can find me on my YouTube channel where I barely stream, but might get back into it. At Sauerkraut ! Also, you can find me on these two lovely gents' channels, at the Ausnator and Nindroid243, because I don't do anything on my channel. Also, you guys can find me on Twitter at SourAssMan, where I don't even know what, and Discord at Sauerkraut. You find me basically everywhere with the first name Sour. Yeah, long live Sauerkraut.
Yeah, such as Sour Jaeger. Sour Jaeger would be one of them. Sour Ass Man, yeah, that was another one. And oh my god, I'm trying to think of what else he was called. Sour Dude, yes, Sour Dude.
Very nice. Shoot. Good job, Sour. I basically have a YouTube channel myself, at the Austin. The one you're watching right now, guys. The one you're watching right now, where we do a bunch of stuff. Shadow Eye Sunday, Saturday SplashTalk, Friday live discussion or good old wrestling. Sundays on the Real View 3000, Chris Knight's channel for the weekly wrap up. Mondays, JJ aka Sithler 3827's channel for randomness at its finest. Occasionally, Big Foot Entertainment's channel, basically everywhere. So go check me out when it happens. Also, I have Twitter at the Ausnator17, where basically we, if you want updates on when I stream, check me out there. Just check me out everywhere, guys. Check me out everywhere. Okay, guys, are you ready for this fan fiction today?
Oh, heck yeah, I am.
Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. All right, so, Sienna, if you're reading or if you're watching this, thank you.
I don't think we should thank her.
You make our
fiction's probably gonna be bad.
You make our jobs a whole lot easier, but at the same time, you make it the most painful thing ever.
Yes, she does. She makes the most painful thing ever.
Now, she's given us some great stuff before, like the Supergirl and Mono fan fiction where they were pirates. She gave us a couple other good ones. But also, she gave us the SpongeBob fan fiction, which was the worst thing I've ever read. We got Kavari in the house. What's up, Kavari?
What are we now known as the Shadow Knights?
Shadow Knights?
No, but that's actually a good name, though.
The Shadow
Yeah,
Knight.
copyright Nindroid 243. That name's now mine.
Very, very interesting. All right. So it's once again we're back on Archive of Our Own, guys. Don't you love AO? Don't you just love Archive of Our Own? It's
yes, indeed.
all right. So this is called Pleasure Island by
Okay.
Steve M.
By Steve M.
Steve M.
Wow. Oh, by Steven. All right.
It's Steve M, not Steven.
Okay, whatever. Nobody cares.
So let's read the summary. When her fellow heroes mysteriously vanish, Supergirl races to the rescue, only to get caught herself. What their mysterious captor wants certainly isn't what anyone expected, but is all quite as it seems. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm a little worried. I'm a little scared about where this is going. But you know what? I'm willing to give this a chance. Because that's all we can give it, is a chance. Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah.
Chapter 1. Well, all good stories start with chapter 1.
Alrighty, who's reading it?
I'm reading it.
Okay. And I'll do chapter 2.
Fine. Oh god, alright. Let me zoom in on the full screen here just so everybody can see. Supergirl awoke slowly, her usual instant alertness deserting her as her super senses seemed to be wrapped in cotton wool. The room around her was blurred and dim with odd shapes lurking in the darkness. She remembered, racing through the skies above National City, burning like a comet across the night towards the distress call. The distress call! Yes, that was familiar. Batwoman had been in trouble. She'd been investigating the recent kidnapping of their friends, while Supergirl had been racing from country to country as things went to hell. And then there had been that distress call. Someone was messing with Kate. Her with the 2 stars alongside it, Kate, and that overrode everything else. Supergirl struggled to remember the rest. She knew she'd land on a small island somewhere in the Pacific. She'd seen the Batwing parked up on the beach, but there'd been no sign of her wife. And then, ... And then, ... She went to get up and was pulled up short by a clank of metal and pressure around her wrists and ankles. That shocked her back to reality, and she looked around with rather more urgency. Suddenly, she realized she wasn't lying down at all, and she certainly wasn't in a bed, but instead she found herself strapped to a metal frame. Okay, wait, hang on. No, hold on a minute. No. Hold on a minute. Nope. Hang on a minute. No, hang on. Time out. Time out, please. Time out. Just, can we get a timeout, please? Can I tag out? I'm tagging out.
No, you can't. You
I'm
can't,
tapping out.
Austin. You can't. You made us read this.
I didn't make you do anything.
Sienna picked this. No, you choose.
You may be right. I might have choosed, but you know what? You know what? Sour, should I tap out? Should I wave the white flag?
No. Keep going.
Oh, God. All right. Suddenly she realized she wasn't lying down at all, and she certainly wasn't in a bed. Instead, she found herself strapped to a metal frame. That's got to be uncomfortable, just being strapped down to a metal frame. Just like would it be like a wired frame where it's like, like it's kind of like a panel of sort, like, I don't know how I would describe it, but it's like a very metal, it would be hard. Yeah, it would be very uncomfortable, probably. Pretty uncomfortable. I know I'm dragging this out, but come on, guys.
Yeah, that's enough, Austin.
Oh gosh. All right. Legs spread apart and her arms locked above her. Hang on a minute. There's nothing happens rated R, right? Nope. Okay. You know what? I'm done. No, I just read ahead. You know what? Hang on. Let me read ahead. You know what? Hold on. Let me unshare my screen. I got to make sure this is age appropriate. Uh. Uh. I'm just reading just to make sure this. Oh. You know what? I don't even think we can read this. You know what? No, I'm gonna have to say I'm probably gonna have to say no to this one because I just read a little. I just read down and it's not age appropriate for the viewers. Look, guys.
I wanted to read it.
Well,
Come on, Austin, give it to me.
No.
Come on.
No.
I want to read it.
He likes smut.
You know what? I will not be reading it. I have respect for my viewers, okay? I know we're not clean, okay? I know we're not like I know like it's not made for kids, but this just gone way too far. I read the stuff. Hang on, I gotta keep reading this just to make sure.
And we talk about horror movies.
Horror movies, that's different. What is
Austin, this is we should continue reading it.
We're not continuing to read it.
Well, then what are we going to read? Now Batman and Superman fan fiction? Because tell me, that's not going to help me at all.
Well, I'll find something else. Yeah, nope, we can't, nope, we're not reading it. I'm putting my foot down. I'll change the title later, but I just read that and I'm like, hell no, I don't even know if we can read this. I apologize to everybody. I did not mean for this to happen. Okay, I didn't mean for this to happen, but I had to put my foot down, everybody. I'm sorry. We'll find something. We'll find. You know what? You know, it can't happen. You know, there are times where you got to put your foot down, and I was like, you know what? I'm putting my foot down.
Go find something. How about more of those text messages ones?
No, I'm finding something here.
But in the meanwhile, hey Emma, hey Flash, hey Andrew, hey Kavari. What's up? Like you gotta find something before I find Raylo fanfiction.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am! Raylo!
No.
Raylo!
Nope.
Good.
Nope, that's not it. Black, no. Blackbird, no. Whatever, Robins, no, that's not what I want. Meet the Bat, no, that's not what I want either. Kavari's back. We're finding a new fan fiction because the one I found it went too far. And now Shadowhunter's chanting rail. No, we are not. That's another thing. I'm not. Nope. Hang on, I gotta find the title. What was the title called? Crap. Hang on, wait. Alright, I think I found it. Hang on. Oh, see, there we go. Found it. All right. See, this one I know is not very. This one does. It's not. See, it's like it's an office. It's pretty much like an office fan fiction with the mockumentary style stuff with the Batman characters. Doesn't that sound great? Sounds a lot better. Now we're back to PG-13. The stuff that we gotta stay. Hey, we can border, rated R, but hey, we'll talk with the editors. All right, summary. When Damian Wayne decides to finally bring his girlfriend Raven home to meet his crime-fighting family, he fears things will go horribly wrong, and they do. Happy Damuray Week 2020, everyone. Hopefully my attempt at day 6 gives you a laugh. You know what? I want a good laugh. You know what? We haven't done a lot of funny things on this show, so I want to get a laugh out of this. Notes: the following story is set up in a mockumentary format, for example, The Office or Trailer Park Boys, or whatever. So to prevent any confusion, interview answers will be in bold, regular font will be the normal subtext. Enjoy. See, Kavari's like, I'm down for anything Batman related. And since Ninjoid had to pop out for a bit, basically for every other of the bold, we'll basically read for the kid. We'll figure it out. All right. Today was the day one Damian Wayne has been dreading since the day he let his hormonal evil half get the better of him. Yes, there are 2 evil halves. It had been approximately 6 months, 8 days, and 22 minutes since he'd manned up, in quotation marks, as Dick referred to it, because how else does one get that of the demon's son to admit he had feelings at all? God, the Al Ghul's really fucked up that kid, Dick lamented to an unseen cameraman. I swear, his mother never hugged him. She probably just locked him in a closet when he cried. All right, this is you.
Alright, how else will one get a baby to cease crying? Talia confessed when later asked by the same camera crew. He was lucky I was that soft with him. My mother threw me in a pit. Oh, sorry, I thought we were doing every other line.
No, it's we'll figure it out. Well, basically, it's overly complicated, but hey, it always happens. Oh, Kavar says I'm reading too fast. All right, hang on. Let's go back. Let's do it a little slower. Today was the day. One Damian Wayne has been dreading since the day he'd let his hormonal evil half get the better of him. Yes, there are 2 evil halves. It had been approximately 6 months, 8 days, and 22 minutes since he'd manned up, as Dick referred to it, because how else does one get that of the demon's son to admit he has feelings at all? God, the Al Ghul's really fucked up that kid, Dick lamented to an unseen cameraman. I swear, his mother never hugged him. She probably just locked him in a closet when he cried. Was that better, Kavari?
Hold up, where are we? I can't find it. I lost my place.
Here.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we're right there.
Wait, I thought we already read that.
I redid it, so.
Oh, alright. How else would one get a baby to cease crying? Talia confessed when later asked by the same camera crew. He was lucky I was that soft with him. My mother threw me in a pit.
Damn, that's going a little too far, Talia. God, you didn't have to do that.
Mhm.
You didn't gotta do that. You know that's just harsh. Still, since moving to the US and beginning a new life with his father, Bruce Wayne, Damian slowly began to come around to a more Western world view, or at least enough to consider the prospect of dating. Yes, I've been courting Raven for a little over 6 months now, the Bat Son said, answering the question. Is it going well? Yes, I would say it's been rather enjoyable. Raven's a notable opponent, both on the battlefield and, the battlefield, the youngest Bat replied with a slight grin.
Damien's really sweet in his own way, Raven began in her own interview. I mean, he's one of the strongest, most loyal people I've ever met. I mean, the only problem we really have is that my dad wants to kill him. It's just like the only normal dad thing my father has ever said. I met you and got a dog?
When later asked about the "my dad wants to kill him" thing, the young man replied, Trigon's an asshole. Sounded more tense.
As for Damien's family, they seemed rather thrilled as his elder brothers Richard, Grayson, and Jason Todd, not actually related, began to express their excitement.
I can't wait to rag on Damien for having a girlfriend. Jason smiled vindictively, as every older brother does at the thought of embarrassing their younger sibling.
Don't discourage him, Dick replied flippantly. This is like the most normal thing he's ever done.
Yeah, you're right, Jason conceded with a hint of disappointment. Too bad Damien wasn't a girl, then we could shit on her boyfriend.
We're counting on you, Cass.
She'll probably turn out a lesbian just to deny us the fun.
Bruce, on the other hand, am I happy that Damien started a date? Of course, the man said with a stern look. The fact that my son has taken a strong interest in the young lady is surprising. I'm actually relieved. He took pause as his own words hit him the wrong way. That came out wrong. What I meant was Damien's hobbies usually include trying not to kill people or taking interest in things that do kill people. So it's nice to see him dating. Bruce concluded with a bitter look on his face. His mother's a heartless bitch. Oh damn, alright.
It just freaking escalated. And I just love how he's just like, yeah, his mom's a heartless bitch. That's just perfect. The shot began to zoom out, revealing that Damien had been seated beside Bruce the entire time. I invited Mother.
Mother, father, I invited a mother. Bruce's funny face fell slightly, his eyes widening as if the news was more than inconvenient to him.
Fuck! What do you mean Talia's coming? Dick spat as he was informed by Bruce of the last-minute invite. The former boy wonder visibly disgruntled as Damien and Raven looked on in confusion.
I don't know what all the fuss is about. I'm actually looking forward to meeting Damien's ma'am, Raven said when asked, her
Ma'am.
face looking rather calm for someone admittedly dating Talia at Ghul's only son. Talia Al Ghul's at Ghul's.
Ghouls. My mother's approval is really important. And Father always says that he thinks keeping a relationship with my mother is important. This is important.
Cameron then zoomed in on Bruce as he silently ate his words, but when later asked, had this to say. I know I say that shit, but it's because I have to. It's in the custody agreement.
Damn, this man is freaking bind. Oh god. Oh, that's perfect. Hey Jay, Dick began as he met Jason at the door upon his arrival.
Yeah.
So, the hero stammered, trying to soften the blow. I don't want to make this a big deal, but Damien invited his mother.
Shit, Dahlia's coming? Jason replied, dumbfounded, his soon-to-be wife on his arm snickering with amusement at his discomfort. For real?
So, Dick began when asked privately about the matter. The reason everyone's kind of freaking about Talia, aside from the fact that she's awful, is that, well, she's awful.
Dude, what the hell? Jason continued as they shot back to him, freaking out in the hallway.
So, for starters, Dick went on, Damien is apparently the product of date rape. Yup, Talia roofied Bruce, got knocked up, and waited like 10 years to tell him they had a son. Then, to make matters worse, she slept with Jason despite Bruce. So there's that too. Did I mention Talia's awful?
Oh, well then. That took a
Yeah,
dark turn. What
it
is
took a
Todd
very
doing here?
dark
Damien
turn.
asked as he entered the hallway where Dick and Jason were discussing the matter at hand.
It should be noted that Damien has no idea, Dick added ironically into the camera. He knows absolutely none of it.
Oh, my bad. It should also be noted that Damien
No, I
has
already read
no
that.
idea. Oh, wait, no, sorry, my bad. I invited him. Dick replied to his younger brother and shrugged.
Why?
Just why? I don't really care for
Why?
Todd, Damien explained to the camera crew. He's negligent and sloppy. He's not very sophisticated, and the only thing I respect about him is that he understands the value of eliminating your enemy, Damien went on. Not to mention, all he and Grayson do whenever they're together is play childish pranks on each other. It is foolish and embarrassing. You should have seen what happened at Christmas.
Because I thought it was important that we all meet Raven. Plus, Jason and Rose are getting married in a few weeks. So, Dick began what was cut off by the irate boy.
So Todd impregnates secondhand Deathstroke, and that's a mean for celebration?
Oh, burn! He's the master of the burns.
Damn.
Raven
got
placed.
roasted.
He got freaking roasted. Raven placed her hand on the young man's shoulder and said with a half smile, Damie, it's fine. I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone in your family.
I'll be honest, Raven said once she was alone. I grew up in a cult because my mother pledged herself to the Dark Lord. What fucked up family ties Damien is so afraid of? Well, they're nothing compared to mine. My dad's the fucking devil, and not even a symbolic one, but a real one. Like, he'll eat your soul and shit out, just feed it to you. I love how Raven is just cursing for no apparent reason. Because she's
Everybody,
edgy, that's why.
she's edgy. Damie, Jason questioned as he honed in on the shred of perceived weakness. You have a pet name?
Again, in a side interview. Yes, Raven is fond of it, so I allowed it.
I'm the only
Hold on, I'll
one.
be right back.
All right, well then I will keep reading then. Again, in a side interview, or I'm the only one he lets get away with stuff like that. Raven smirked as she sat beside him. I get her back in other ways, he added impishly. Raven giving him a playful nudge as she blushed. In a separate interview, Bruce, I hope you know Damien or Damie is totally getting some. Jason teased. All right, I gotta be Bruce now. Hold on, I gotta pull off I have to pull off a great Bruce here. Hang on, just give me a second here, guys. Jason, stop. Or no, I feel like I gotta be a little bit more rough in my voice. Jason, stop. Bruce urged in discomfort. Seriously, though, Dick countered, he's been a lot less bloodthirsty, and sometimes he's actually in a good mood. Yeah, it turns out the little shit just needed to get laid. Seriously, you two are being ridiculous, Bruce replied between the hero and the outlaw. But, Dick, if you could, have the talk with Damien, I would appreciate it. No way, Dick replied with a scowl. Have Jason do it. Yeah, my girlfriend is currently knocked up, so I'm probably not the best candidate, Jason countered. Sorry, Bruce, you spawned it, you bought. Save it, Todd. I don't need to be judged by the likes of you, Damien scowled with warning, Jason looking into the camera with an eye roll as the boy continued. But if you could simply set aside your childishness, I will set aside my contempt for you, as I do not want to be embarrassed in front of Mother. Oh my god, fuck me, was all Jason wished to say about it privately. Relax, Damien, we're not going to embarrass you, Dick replied in their defense. Really, Grayson? Damien challenged. May I remind you of the snowball fight? That was epic, Jason smiled mischievously. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Mischievously. There we go. Mischievous. You know what? I don't know. I'm having problems today. And high five Rose. Dick laughed at the memory of the entire debacle, but quickly pulled it back as Damien's scowl deepened. Okay, so it got a little out of hand. You two spent 3 days ambushing each other with snowballs in and outside of the manor trying to one-up each other, Damien hissed in disapproval. Damie, stop, Rose sang, daring to use his pet name, and tousled his hair. It was all in good fun. Yeah, Jason added with a shrug, taking out a flask filled with Old Crow. So he brought the fight inside. Big deal, he reasoned. No one got hurt. The youngest Bat Boy grimaced. You both ended up with bloody noses, and you gave Alfred a black eye. Yeah, maybe the snowball fight was a bad idea, Dick conceded, recalling there being quite a few casualties, one of which was a priceless Tiffany vase that belonged to Bruce's grandmother that Jason smoked with a snowball, as Dick dove out of the way. You started it, Grayson. So I went outside, made a snowball, and hussed it at Jason's face. He would have done the same if he thought of it first. Honestly, I want to hear more about the snow fight, Raven said with a dark intrigue. Maybe Alfred will tell me more about it. It's not out of the ordinary for these two, Alfred began as he recalled various moments throughout their childhood and adolescence. Typically, Master Richard will start it, if you will, and Master Jason will take it just a bit too far. It started when they were children, after Master Richard convinced Master Jason to use the bed sheets to climb out of his bedroom window from the second floor. Obviously, the linens didn't hold and resulted in 2 broken arms. And when I say 2, I mean Master Jason broke Dick's arm as payback. Mischief, yeah. I was having problems today. I don't know why. Alfred, Bruce began as he looked on at the pending chaos. How's the seating arrangement looking? I knew the moment Damien said he wanted to have Raven over for dinner that this was going to be a shit show, Bruce stated when questioned on the matter. So I made a very well planned and thought out seating arrangement, which is now irrelevant. Now I have to fix the whole damn thing. Why, yes, Master Bruce, I have taken the liberty of rearranging the seating to keep Miss Al Ghul as far away from you as possible. Don't forget, we need the buffer between Dick and Jason, Bruce added as he glanced at the piece of paper. I just have to keep everyone who hates each other apart long enough to get through a nice dinner. That's it. Okay, make sure you keep Rose and Cassandra apart. Those two have something of a rivalry, and other than that, I think this looks good. Bruce nodded in approval, just as Talia came to the door. Oh, come on! Bruce howled sorely as he noticed none other than Slade Wilson on Talia's arm. I hope you don't mind, darling. I brought a date, Talia replied with a shit-eating grin, wearing a dress that barely covered her. I feel like that's a little too crude. Sorry, but I have to go. Okay, sorry, no problem. Thank you for jumping on. Let's not forget that Trigon enslaved many worlds. That is true, too. Oh gosh. All right. Wearing a dress that barely covered her. You know what? We'll just say bosom. I'm not very I'm not crude. I'm not rude. So you know what? I'm just gonna say bosom. Sounds about right. They didn't think I was walking into the bat's nest alone. This is really bad, Rose began in her interview. My dad has no idea I'm knocked up yet, and I'm just at the end of my first trimester, so hiding it is going to be rough. I'm very much aware Rose is pregnant, Slade commented privately. For one, she's been avoiding me more than usual. She skipped out on missions, and I got this from Wintergreen. Slade added as he held out his phone to present a picture. It's a wedding invitation, for God's sake. She didn't even invite me to her wedding. Hello, Rose, Slade began with a bottle of wine in hand. Rose, however, did not reply, simply and coldly walking away from the group. Toward the hall, her pretty face sorely twisted in vexation. Rose, wait! Jason called, following after her. Rosie! So how do I think this is going to go? Slade continued through his interview. Well, considering my daughter can be quite difficult, not well. Rose, it's gonna be fine, Jason tried as she silently entered the bathroom. The outlaw met with the door slamming in his face. Rosie, come on! He reached for the handle, but found it locked up tight. Open the door! Everyone's staring! I don't care what they say about me, Rose urged to the camera from inside the bathroom. I'll stay in here all night if I have to. Hell, I'll eat my dinner in here. No way. I'll starve her out if that's what it takes, Jason claimed, looking straight into the camera. Rose, open the door! No! What do I think of Rose hiding in the bathroom from her dad? Raven began with familiar. Oh my god, what the fuck has happened to me today? Familiarity, oh my god, what the hell? Familiarity. There you go. That's how you say it. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what the hell's happening to me today. For one, I totally get it. If my dad just showed up, I don't even know what I'd do. People would die. Slade glanced over at the scene of the Red Hood barking at his dearest daughter and shrugged, not even slightly surprised with their reaction. Slade, Bruce greeted, attempted to being the bigger man, though their history didn't warrant it, and held out his hand. Wayne, the white-haired man replied and shook the bat's hand. I apologize for my daughter. Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with me today? The camera then shot to Dick, who wore a telling glare. It should be noted that she's actually a really nice girl. She's just had a really shitty upbringing and an even shittier influence, her dad. Rose, it's Dick. I just want to talk. I've been training Rose for a few years now, and she's made a lot of progress. Except for the whole getting pregnant thing. That was sort of my fault. Yeah, Dickhead here introduced us. Jason chimed in as the camera shot out to show him sitting there. I should have known better. All right, why don't we all take our seats while we wait for Miss Wilson to finish up? Alfred suggested in an effort to ease the tension building in the room. You know, it's probably for the best if she stays in there, Damien suggested as he placed his hand on the small raven's back to escort her into the dining room. Not the dining room, the dining room. You've lost your speech now, lad. Yes, I have. I've lost it today. I've lost it. And Kavar's like, Slade is now dating Talia. That's a slap in the face of Bruce. Yeah, it is. Damn, this is getting very interesting. No, actually, I don't have a problem with Rose. She's formidable and worthy of training with, Damien explained. But since she has began carrying Todd's spawn, she's become rather emotionally unstable. I watched her cry over a viral video where a young boy was reunited with his lost cat after 7 months. It was disturbing. Oh my god, the cat video! Rose sniffed through glassy eyes just at its mention. Yeah, Rose is way more emotional than usual, Jason confirmed. The pregnancy hormones make her fucking hysterical sometimes. But the sex is incredible, so there's that. Rose, come on, it's time for dinner, Jason called, banging on the floor. Stop making a fucking scene! Here, give me a minute with her, Dick suggested in the fatherly tone. Go sit down, we'll be right there. So people like to say, I have a way with lost kids. And Rose is no different. I always find a way to get through to her, Dick said with a positive smile. The hero watched as Jason finally gave up in all his frustration and walked away, but waited to do his thing until the outlaw was out of sight. Okay, Rose, I'm going to level with you. Tonight is really important to Damien, so if you could just put your hatred for your father on the back burner for just a few hours, that would be great. He paused, but was met with silence. And I'll give you $100, Dick added, holding a few $50 bills. 200. Yeah, Dick grimaced, looking into his wallet and took note of his cash situation. I only have 150 on me. The door swung open and Rose emerged with a cold scowl, snatching the money from Dick's hand. You're light. Dick glared at the camera and gave the irate girl the rest of the money she was promised. Don't judge me, Rose urged. Babies are expensive. Dick simply shrugged into the camera. It's what Bruce would have done. Meanwhile, in the dining room, Bruce stood watching as everyone took their seats. He, of course, would be at the head of the table, flanked by both Dick and Damien. Raven to Damien's right to act as a buffer between his youngest son and Jason, leaving Rose next to Talia, who, for all intents and purposes, insisted that she sit opposite of Bruce. To her right, and unfortunately right across from Rose, would be Slade be seated, then Cassandra, Tim, and back to Dick. Alfred, Bruce summoned. Should we maybe think of moving Tim and Cass? About that, sir. Alfred began as Dick and Rose made their entrance. Rose still pretty steamed as she shoved a wad of money down her rather short dress like an irate stripper. Damn, that's very cruel there. Very, very cruel. Hey, where's Tiny Tim? Jason asked, noticing the boy's absence. Oh, Tim's? He's not coming, Dick noted. Dick noted in his interview. As I was attempting to tell you, sir, Master Tim will not be joining us this evening. Master Tim and the youngest master don't really care all that much for each other, Alfred further explained. Unlike Master Richard and Master Jason, they tend to see each other more as rivals and less as brothers, as opposed to the reverse. Master Richard did try his hardest to convince Master Tim about attending, however, I'm afraid his efforts were fruitless. Little shit jumped the fence and I'm wearing dress shoes, Dick droned in annoyance, recalling the chase. I ate shit like 6 times in the yard, chasing after him. He continued as footage of the incident played of Dick falling on the grass and of Tim kicking his older brother in the face. Damn! Oh my god! As he narrowly escaped over the fence, and Damien thought Jason was going to be the one to give me a bloody nose. A mournful look filled Alfred's face. I fear those bloodstains may never come out. Of course I'm not going, Tim began with a secluded location inside the Wayne Manor grounds. Damien is the worst thing to happen to this family. I'd rather hang out here in the woodshed than sit across from that little waste. I don't care how hot his girlfriend is. I'm not at all disappointed that Drake didn't show, Damien said with a light air of confidence. He's more of an embarrassment than Todd. At least he never runs from a challenge. Believe me, I wanted to, Jason said as his comment was edited in. Oh my god, what? Where is this? Let's see. Hang on, now I gotta fix this now. When Damien and I first met, I tried to be nice. He stabbed me, Tim said, his face pinched in resentment. Oh, that was awful. Alfred mused, recalling the incident. I still can't get the stains out of the carpet. I had to wave yet another tale about Master Bruce being a lush. At Wayne Manor, every blood stain is a wine stain, Jason added with a sarcastic thumbs up, except for the ones that aren't. Seriously, I almost died, and Bruce still kept them. They put dogs down for less, Tim exclaimed with a boiling expression. So yeah, I'm just going to camp out here in the woodshed. I got enough snacks and video games to hold me over for a few days. Plus this giant thermos of coffee to keep me properly caffeinated. I'll pull an all-nighter if I have to. Fuck Damien. Geez, these kids give no fucks. Yeah, pretty much. They don't really care. I'm I'm insane. Damien's response to Tim's statement was simply a smirk and a single middle finger. Okay, Tim is not coming. Got it. Bruce sighed, realizing he'd lost this one. Okay then. All right then, Alfred began with a hint of worry in his voice. If everyone is in attendance and seated, we can begin. Now, Miss Al Ghul's guest was very kind to bring us a bottle of 2007 Sassicaia. I have no idea what that means, Dick confessed unfazed. I know exactly what that means, Bruce said very blaze. I just don't care. I mean, it's not an unimpressive choice, Alfred explained as footage was shown of him carefully pouring each guest a glass. But Master Bruce's wine collection has single bottles worth $10,000. The collection in its entirety is over $500,000. Not that he cares, it's clearly for show, though he gives me a bottle every now and then, Alfred added with a grin. Guess how much my wine collection is worth. And for the lady? Alfred began and leaned down to pour Rose a glass. No, I'm good, Rose smiled up at him, covering her wine glass. Hold on, guys. Oh, Rose, don't be silly, Slade said from across the table, Rose looking at him with a harsh expression. I promise I have nothing planned. I just want my daughter to admit she's pregnant. That's it. It's a great bottle. You should try it, Slade added with a nudge. Everyone at the table sort of looking away, trying not to feed the flames, except for Jason, who silently urged her to stand her ground. I don't drink wine. Okay, then. Slade sighed, giving up as Alfred began to pour a glass for Talia. I mean, you look like you don't need the extra sugar anyway. What's that supposed to mean? Rose barked with offense as everyone at the table glared in their direction. He totally knows, Jason mouthed as he looked over to Dick. Looks like I'll be spending the rest of the night looking over my shoulder, Jason lamented once he was alone. Well, you appear to be getting a little fat. Jason Slade replied with a smile, his daughter's eye lit with rage. Yo, what the fuck, Slade? Bro, dude, chill out, please. God. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's real nice, Slade, calling your daughter fat, Rose raged. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Normally, I would hold this sort of behavior against Rose, Damien reasoned. But for a time, it was thought that Deathstroke was actually my father, so watching Rose berate him in front of Mother is thoroughly entertaining, he concluded as the camera shot to him, snickering at the dinner table. But if it will make you happy, I'll have one, Rose concluded in spite. Suit yourself, was all Slade had to say as he smiled into the camera. Miss Wilson, are you sure that's a good idea? Alfred tried, but she insisted he pour a glass anyway. Okay, are you out of your car?
Yes.
Okay, are you now at your computer?
Yes.
Okay, you don't gotta give me attitude, man.
I'm not giving you attitude, buddy.
You know what? You're still doing it. That's very hurtful.
Where's Ryan?
He had to leave.
Oh, come on. Okay.
We're reading this. It's kind of like an Office type fan fiction where with the Batman.
I was here for the beginning.
Yeah, so basically, right now, Slade is here and he's with Talia, and now, shit's just happening, man. It's just happening.
Okay.
Suit yourself, was all Slade had to say as he smiled into the camera. Miss Wilson, are you sure that's a good idea? Alfred tried, but she insisted he pour a glass anyway. It's not a big deal. I'm allowed 2 glasses throughout my pregnancy, Rose explained. I mean, was gonna max those out on my wedding night, but how much can it really do? Well, she skipped right into that one, Jason grimaced at his fiance's lack of judgment. I'm gonna have to put an end to this. Hey, Rosie, Jason cooed lightly into her ear. I don't think you should drink that. Why not? Really, Rose? The outlaw drawled in monotone. Our kid's already gonna be fucked up as it is. It doesn't need to suffer from fetal alcohol syndrome, too. Because your dad brought it, he said harshly, leaning in. So maybe he poisoned it. Though Slade could totally hear them. Did you? Rose snarled at her father as he looked back in amusement. Of course not, Slade insisted, but wore a look that left little promise. No, I'm not happy that Mother brought Wilson. Nor did I tell her she could bring someone. Damien began with annoyance as he sat next to Raven. It's actually quite embarrassing, especially since it's clearly a ploy to upset father. Damien wants his parents to get back together, Raven added to Damien's slight dismay. Is that true? The interviewer asked. Damien simply looked into the camera and asked, can we cut that out? If he did, then why would he and Mother be drinking it? Damien called from the other end of the table. Great point, Rose said with a twitch, her father once again getting the better of her as she lifted the glass. It was at that moment Jason slapped the wine glass out of her hand, sending it shattering on the floor. Oops, he droned and glared into the camera. What's another wine stain? He added with a dull shrug. He quickly dumped the contents of his own wine into Raven's glass as she was sitting right next to him. The girl simply shrugged as she took a sip, not really fazed. Hey, I was cool with it, Raven confessed from the hall. And Slade wasn't wrong. That was a great bottle. Raven, how is school going? Bruce asked, trying to change the subject. I think it's pretty clear I don't really know how to talk to teenage girls, he noted when later asked. It's fine. I'm starting to look into universities. Oh, God. I hope father doesn't go into his have you considered Yale rant. Have you considered... Oh, I'm sorry. I read a little ahead. This is funny. I love it. Have you considered Yale? And here we go. Jason scoffed under his breath and took a sip from Raven's very full wine glass. Wow, this is good, he said, looking at the dark-haired girl beside him as she nodded in agreement. I have a theory, Jason began. Bruce said he graduated from Yale, but he's never actually told any of us what his major was in. But after high school, he was off traveling the world and training. He has no actual college friends, nor have we met any. Alfred won't even talk about it. I don't think he actually went. I got accepted to Harvard, Raven replied, having no idea the monster she was about to... I'm sorry, this is just dumb. Having no idea the monster she was about to awaken. Of course I graduated from Yale. I have my diploma right here, the bat said, holding the framed certificate. Jason looked into the camera and said, do you know how much money Bruce has? He probably bought it. There's a building named after him. That's really impressive, Bruce complimented. Do you have any idea of what you'd like to major in? If I'm being honest, I have no idea. Raven confessed to the cameraman. I was thinking maybe medical, maybe law, Raven answered, hoping the bat would be impressed. You know, Raven, Yale has an excellent medical program, Bruce began. It might be something to consider. Jason, I'm sorry, this whole conversation is funny because, like, just the way Jason is just reacting is just fucking great.
Yeah.
Jason looked into the camera with a lifted brow and went in. Isn't that what you majored in? It was, Bruce confirmed, but I settled on law instead. But you're not a lawyer. I know it's stupid. He's just like, but you're not a lawyer. Jason added, poking the bat. I never took my bar exam, Bruce clarified numbly. Becoming a lawyer was never my intention. He never took his bar because his application was denied, Jason added in an irate tone. I'm not just making this up. I put a lot of time into this, and for once, I'd like to be taken seriously. Jason has had a lot of crackpot theories in the past, Dick said, putting his 2 cents into the matter. I mean, okay, nope, we're just going to skip that. So it's hard to say honestly if he's right, but I applied to Yale, and my grade point average was a lot better than Bruce's. Plus, I was a legacy, but for some reason, my application was denied. I'm just saying, a broken clock's right twice a day. Harvard, oh crap, what? Harvard offered me a scholarship, Raven replied. Plus, Yale denied my application. Damien told me if Yale comes up to just tell his father that I wasn't accepted, Raven added, as she'd been coached on the matter. But I totally got into Yale. Harvard is just offering me a free ride. I can always talk to the head of admissions, see if they can give your application another look. Bruce offered kindly, which was a refreshing change of pace. Raven smiled, appreciating the offer. It's fine. Damien was thinking of applying as well. The camera shot to the younger Wayne as his eyes filled with fear before the great bust that was his parents. I haven't told my parents I wish to attend Harvard yet. I was kind of hoping that it just wouldn't come up. Harvard, Damien? Bruce questioned rather aggressively, changing. What is his obsession with What is his obsession with this?
I don't know.
Bruce, what the fuck is your problem? Damien, is this true? Talia asked. It's just something I'm considering, Damien reasoned. Plus, you both taught me I should have a plan B. I mean, Grayson didn't get into Yale because Dick avoided the work. Bruce insisted, pointing to Dick with the wine glass in hand. Are you kidding me? Dick hissed as he more than killed himself trying to be the perfect son. I still have the highest grade point average at Gotham Academy and the best athletic record. Then why didn't you go to Harvard? Bruce asked hastily. I didn't apply because you said I'd get into Yale. Dick exclaimed in fury at his father's blatant rewrite of history. Why else would I go to Hudson? You didn't even graduate. Bruce huffed in. Oh my god! Oh no! Yo!
This guy's roasting the hell out.
What the Bruce? Wow! He's like, you didn't even graduate. Oh my god, Bruce! Damn! Bruce huffed in ignorance, forgetting how hard Dick hit his breaking point during that time. I'll admit, I handled that poorly. Bruce admitted ruefully. I've just always had such high hopes for Dick, but he just can't seem to follow through. Oh my god! He just basically told him, yeah, Dick's he's a failure. Bruh, Bruce is a fucking dick, man. The camera zoomed out on Bruce's stoic face to reveal Dick beside him, staring back with contempt. Fuck you, Bruce. And you wonder why I never try? Jason added from Bruce's opposite side. Bruce simply lifted his brow, but said nothing as he sat between his former Robins. Maybe I was a bit harsh with you both. Understatement of the year, Dick lamented, as arms crossed as Jason confirmed with a nod. At least you lived long enough to go to college. Jason, who are you kidding? You were never going to college. Bruce grimaced, shutting him down. Wow! Wow! He basically just told him, nope, he ain't going to college. Damn, Bruce. You really had to do that, my boy? You really had to do that? That's a fair assumption. Well, Damien, Harvard is a lovely choice, Talia said, cutting through the noise as she pushed her dark hair off her shoulder. Mother's always been very supportive of my endeavors, Damien said, except for swearing not to kill people. She's not a fan of that. But Yale does offer you the opportunity to join the Order of the Skull and Bones, Talia continued. If you join, then you'll have an open invitation into the Illuminati. Bruce glared back at the dark-haired woman, blithely holding her wine as she'd commented on the weather. On second, son, Harvard is a great school. Shadowhunter's like, Bruce is on some smoke. Yeah, because this man's freaking roasting everybody. What the hell is his problem?
I don't know.
On second thought, son, Harvard is a great school. And, okay, I'm not even saying that word. And far away from your mother, the bat added disapprovingly. In a separate interview, I really don't think your family is that embarrassing, Raven assured, looking back at Damien. I mean, it's not like your parents are a bunch of psychotic murderers. Damien simply looked back at the camera and smiled. She has what I'm told is my number. Bruce's reaction is very typical. He's very closed-minded in regards to my beliefs, Talia began, expressing her frustrations with the father of her child. I gave him a beautiful, intelligent, and strong-willed son, not all that different from himself, but he insists upon raising him to be mediocre. I should have just lied from the beginning and told everyone he was Slade's. Good lord. What the fuck is wrong with this family, man? They just hate each other.
I don't know.
They hate each other. Look at this.
They just hate each other.
Oh my god, I want a cigarette so bad, Rose whispered to Jason. The thought of sitting across from her father more stressful than she hoped. We talked about this. You can't have one, the outlaw hummed in reply and took a sip of his flask. Well then, can you smoke one and I'll watch? Please, Jay, she pleaded as Talia glanced into the camera with question. On second thought, his track record isn't fantastic either, was all Talia had to say in regards to her former protege having a child with Rose Wilson. None of this shocks me. Got genes, though. If nothing else, their child will be beautiful. So now that things have calmed down after the first course, everyone is mostly talking amongst themselves, Dick expressed, and other than Bruce checking his phone every 5 minutes, things seem to be going better, but it's kind of boring. So I started a tally, he added, and held up a dinner napkin with everyone's name on it. I know this sounds awkward, but for the first time ever, I'm the only one who hasn't had sex with anyone in the room. That's a big deal for me. Except for Cass and Alfred. I don't even think they know what sex is. Damn. Even Dick with the roast. Good God. Everyone's got the roast today. Cassandra glanced over and snickered as she noticed the names sketched across the napkin. Cassandra is a mute, so she doesn't talk, Dick continued, as there was little known about the young girl. She was brought up similar to Damien in a way. Only her mother completely isolated her from people in general. She lived most of her life alone and was not permitted to talk to people and denied basic human interaction. She makes Damien's upbringing seem tame. I can talk, Cassandra confirmed. These people are just idiots, and it's easier not to say anything. You're not going to show them this, right? Dick, what are you scribbling on your napkin? Bruce asked, looking up from his phone. I'm making a grocery list, Dick replied, and covered the napkin, keeping the tally a secret. Suddenly, the doorbell rang, pulling everyone's attention front and center. Who the hell is that? Damien asked quite gruffly, and looked at his father, who appeared a little concerned. It's probably just Tiny Tim looking for a coffee refill, Jason guessed, biting into a breadstick. Bruce said nothing as Alfred emerged from answering the door. Master Bruce, you have a visitor, the butler announced with a question. Now? Bruce replied with a lost expression on his face, everyone but mostly Damien, giving him very suspicious looks. You said you invited her, Alfred explained. She insisted. What can I say? Alfred shrugged in the hall. I get bored. She? Both Damien and Talia questioned in unison. Bruce simply stared blank in a rare moment, completely speechless as the camera caught the rarely seen moment. For fuck's sake, if Father did what I think he did. Damien began to reason. It was then she emerged from the hall like a dark angel materializing from a cloud of smoke and ash. Miss Selena Kyle, everyone, Alfred announced in a cautious tone, then immediately filed out to avoid the pending shit show ahead. Well, my boy Alfred's smart. Very smart indeed. Bruce simply said nothing in an awkward moment, still struggling for words among the dead silence and stares. Dick looked over to his adoptive father with a look of shock, while Talia glared at the woman with daggers. Well, there goes me for not having sex with anyone at the table, Dick reasoned in defeat. A shot of him bowling up the tally napkin and shoving it in his barely touched wine. Followed, the white napkin staining red like that of his reputation. Really, Wayne? Damien barked like an irate dog. And here I thought Father would be the last person to humiliate me in front of my girlfriend. Fucking hell. Within moments, a muffled chuckling could be heard as Jason was struggling to keep his shit together, but was clearly losing the fight. I'm sorry, he tried, but he began laughing harder and placed his hand over his mouth as he struggled to keep it in. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time taking this seriously, he added as he rose from the table. I'm gonna go get my shit together, I'll be back. Wait, Rose ordered, take me with you. No, Jason said, you stay here. I'm going to go make a bad life choice, he hummed, getting ready to exit. All right, now, you guys have fun. So, Bruce and Selena have had this really messed up on and off again relationship for years. Like, since we were kids, Jason explained as he lit his cigarette. Like, I remember this one time, Selena tried to give him an ultimatum, and Bruce told her that he wanted to marry her. Someday, but not today, and just kept repeating that. Jason continued taking a drag. And then when that day finally came, She left him standing at the altar like an asshole as payback, which is why Damien absolutely hates her. It's pretty funny, though. Damn, Jason is freaking coming out today. My God. So, Damien, I hear you're dating now. Selena began trying to lift the awkward silence and make an effort. Damien nodded with a still expression. I hear you're still gold digging. Can I even say this? I don't even know if I could say this. You know what? Let's try this. You know what? I'll say it, I guess. I hear you're still a gold digging whore. Like my father, I make the mistake of trusting that horrible woman, Damien said, arms crossed and brow knit. If father wants to indulge in that spoiled meat, then fine. I, on the other hand, she'll be lucky if I even spit in her direction. Damien! Bruce barked in an angry tone. Bruce, darling, do you really think you're in a position to scold him? Talia asked from across the table in defense of her cub. You can't think inviting her was appropriate. Excuse me? Bruce replied. You brought him! Bruce motioned, gesturing his Slade, into my home! I'm sensing a little jealousy, Bruce, Talia said as if it was nothing. But it was everything. Tell me, dear, were you jealous of Jason and I? Talia added. Jason re-entered the room and paused. Damien shot him a shattering glare, filled with question at the insinuation. The outlaw pressed his lips awkwardly and turned once more and left. What the fuck, Talia? Jason hissed into the camera. Damien can't know that. That little psycho's gonna cut my nuts off. Damn, that's a little harsh. That's gotta hurt, man. I mean, I fucked Damien. Jason, you did that. The camera shot to Selena mid-eye roll, realizing she'd been summoned on a vengeful whim. She glanced at the man to her left, his elder son, who she'd gotten to know more intimately than any of Bruce's other children. Her hand found his thigh as Dick glanced back at her like, are you for real? Raven catching the subtle exchange nobody seemed to notice. I've known Dick for a few years now, and it doesn't surprise me, Raven said deadpan, but I'm starting to see why Damien's concerned about what people think of his family. It's really starting to feel like Bruce and Talia are having a contest to see who can make everyone the most uncomfortable. I can't tell you who's winning, Dick lamented. Ahem, Alfred coughed, clearing his throat as the lamb he'd been slaving over was now ready and waiting to be served. Tonight we will be having a slow-roasted leg of lamb served over a bed of yellow rice and garnished with a garlic butter sauce. The camera then shot to Rose, whose face read deep in worry. I love the meat, don't get me wrong, but the smell of it makes me want to toss my cookies so hard. She placed her hand over her mouth and nose to block the smell and took a deep breath. You all right, Rose? Her father asked, catching the nauseated look on her face. She slowly nodded. I just don't like the smell of lamb. Really? I don't recall you having a sensitive stomach. Well, considering you weren't around, why would you? Rose snapped, but immediately held back the urge to gag. I blame Rose's behavior on her mother. Slade sighed when asked about the subject. If I had known that I even had a daughter and she was being raised in such a filthy environment, I would have never allowed it. People blame me for her upbringing, but I was the one whoring myself out in the next room. So for some reason she hates me for it. Good lord, Slade just hates his daughter, man. Damn, man. You didn't have to go there, Slade. Come on. That's not why I hate you, Rose replied, glaring at her father as she sat beside him. If you want my attention, Rose, I'm right here. Hey, Alfred, would it be all right if I ate my dinner in the other room? Rose asked, as the smell was getting the better of her. Well, of course, he began, but he was interrupted before the conversation could even thrive. Is there a reason why you'd have to leave the table? Slade asked as he set down his plate. I'm not feeling well, Rose replied and closed her eyes. That's odd. You were fine a minute ago. Are you sure there's nothing else that's making you sick? Fine, I'll stay, Rose said, once again giving in to her dad. But if everyone at this end of the table cannot eat the lamb, I would really appreciate it. And why would we do that? Slade asked daringly. Because I'll vomit, Rose replied flatly as her father began to cut into the lamb before him. He shoved the cut in his mouth, his daughter struggling to keep herself composed. Really, Slade? It's delicious, Rose. You should try it. Slade looked at Talia, who gave Rose a condescending smirk. I'll try it, Talia added and accepted a plate from Alfred. I have no idea what is about to happen, but I know shit's about to hit the fan, Bruce confessed privately, as he'd seen the look Rose wore on Jason's face a time or two. A numb look filled Rose's face as Talia began to blissfully eat the lamb beside her. With a vengeful glance, she leaned over and lifted Talia's purse from the floor, not taking her eyes off the deadly assassin. You are aware that's mine? Talia questioned sternly. Rose said nothing as she opened the high-end leather bag and proceeded to vomit into it as if it were less than an air sickness bag. Shrieks and sickening groans could be heard as each person acted out in their disgust. Rose glaring up at her father and his date with a look in her that warned, do not fuck with her. I literally throw up every single day, and I've lost 5 pounds because the life going inside me is trying to kill me. So don't fuck with me, she warned in a cold tone. I believe it is yours. This is yours, Rose said, wiping her mouth and placing the bag beside Talia, who wasn't smiling anymore. I'm not hungry, the woman conceded as Cassandra wore a grinning respect from across the table. Well played, Wilson, Cass smiled. When asked about it, Raven only had this to say, wow. Disgusting but effective, Damien added with a nod. Bruce simply stared across the table at Talia, a little delighted at her look of shock and horror. Dick, however, scrambled for his phone and began typing madly. Somewhere else on the Wayne property, Jason sat, high as a kite. Well, shit, I guess Jason is doing drugs. Perfect. High as a kite next to Tim, the two playing Mortal Kombat while discussing Street Fighter more in depth than one could really imagine. So what I don't get is how is Guile American, but Jean-Claude Van Damme is like German? Jason droned while punching Tim's character in the face. Like, he's such a shitty actor, he can't even do an American accent. Damn, what? You had to do my boy Jean-Claude Van Damme like that? I don't even know who you're talking about, Tim replied. Dude, what the fuck? Tim barked as Jason paused the game. Sorry, my phone keeps vibrating, Jason said, taking it out and reading the text from Dick. Wait, does this say what I think it does? He added, passing the phone to Tim. Jay, where the hell are you? Rose just puked in Talia's purse. What? Tim recited with a shock. Then you have like 3 texts bitching at you to answer. Want to make a bet the bag didn't come from Target? Unlikely, Jason confirmed slowly. What do you want me to say? Tell him I'm never coming back, Jason said at a loss for what to do in all stony wonder. Tim only stared at the outlaw and shook his head. Okay, fine. Ask him why Van Damme is German. I still have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Tim grimaced outside the woodshed. Dick glanced down as his phone buzzed and read the odd message. Dude, he's Dutch, Dick muttered while typing aloud. Who's Dutch? Or, who's Dutch? Bruce muttered as he glanced over at Dick. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dick replied, sending the message. Jason thinks he's German. He's Belgian. He's Belgian, Bruce replied with a side eye. No, he's not, Selena corrected. He's French, right, Jean-Claude? No, he's definitely Belgian, Bruce reiterated. Plus, Van Damme isn't French. Honestly, does it matter? Talia added. There's not... Okay. That's nice, Talia. That's real nice. You really had to go there. I'm not even gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. Rose said it best. That sounded kind of racist. Rose later noted. I think the better question is why did he play Guile? Slade asked as he apparently had the same casting issue as Jason. What the hell is everyone talking about? Damien groaned as he was too young to recall the actor's coke-fueled career in the 90s. My God, does this author really hate Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I guess so.
Damn, what the fuck? What is this author's problem with Jean-Claude Van Damme? I don't understand. Just some washed-up movie star, Selena said. What the hell? I would have let him pet my kitty back in the day, though. There's something to be said for a man with generous flexibility, She gave Dick a kittenish grin and squeezed his thigh. No, I had nothing to do with Selena and Bruce breaking up, Dick assured through an eye roll. What happened between us was years ago. It was one time. I guess she was trying to make Bruce jealous. Only Bruce doesn't get jealous. Or at least I thought he didn't. You're really a vile woman, Kyle, Damien replied with contempt. You have some nerve being here. Me? The woman snapped. Your mother drugged your father and then didn't tell him you existed for 10 years, and you think I'm vile? Excuse me, Talia howled in her defense, but not only did you leave him at the altar, but you also drugged him into thinking he was in love with you. Selena grimaced and snapped back. You slept with the sun! What? Damien exclaimed. So did you! Jason, you slept with Catwoman? Rose and Slade both barked as he finally entered the room. What? No! Jason replied defensively. But you slept with my mother, Todd. Damien barked, rising to his feet in outrage. Who the fuck told you that? Honestly, right now, Dick breathed warily. I'm just struggling to understand how something as obscure as Jean-Claude Van Damme's nationality could be the straw to break the camel's back. Or in this case, you could replace the straw with a kilo. You know, I think everyone just needs to calm down, Raven sing in a soothing tone, and be disrespected by some whorish woman with a bat fetish. Talia snapped venomously. Talia, please. Bruce frowned from across the table. Everyone's still bickering amongst themselves. Your brat started it, Selena defended gruffly as she stood to meet Talia's height. How dare you call my son a brat? He's an Al-Ghul, for God's sake. The woman barked back as Bruce again tried to reason with both of them. Big fucking deal. You're still nothing but a bunch of assholes, Selena hissed in her poisonous tone, finally igniting Bruce's tipping point. Everyone, shut the fuck up! Bruce exclaimed, finally losing his composure and totally lost it. Selena, I love you, but Damien is not a brat. He's just misunderstood because his mother deprived him of a childhood. I'm not even going to address the fact that both of you, he added, pointing to each of his exes, have preyed upon my sons in the past in an effort to hurt me. Slade, Rose is pregnant. You clearly know that. So as opposed to baiting her into putting her child at risk, why not just ask her? Rose, stop letting your dad drive you to do stupid, self-destructive shit. You're going to be a mom. Grow up. That means you too, Jason. Cass, I know you can talk. And Dick, thank you for trying to keep your shit together. Raven, I apologize for the shit show that is this family. And Damien, I tried. Sorry. Bruce concluded with a groan as he fell into his chair and lifted his still very full wine glass and chugged the whole goddamn thing. Okay. That was scary. If Bruce ever did that, it would be pretty frightening. No, I normally don't swear like this, Bruce clarified in his defense for verbal abnormalities. However, everyone is acting like animals and stressing me the fuck out. Yeah, when Bruce swears that much, you know it's bad, Dick added as he'd seen Bruce lose his cool a few times, mostly on Jason. Damn, Jason is the one that everyone hates. Everyone was left speechless as the dirty laundry loomed overhead, creating an awkward truth so bitter it was almost sweet. Until it was finally broken with the sound of disappointment and hurt. Fuck this, Damon growled and threw down his napkin. I asked you all to be normal for one night, and none of you could do that. I apologize for my family, Raven, he added as he stood and left the table. Hold on, I had to check this. Oh, sorry.
Been over an hour.
Wait, how long we? Oh, 124. Oh shit. And I've basically been oh my god, I've been reading for like almost an hour. Holy crap.
No, it's been an hour.
Yeah, but this shit's so good that I want to keep reading. You know what, Nindroid? How about you read? How about you read some? I basically went an hour.
Nah. The rules stated that we'll read fan fiction for an hour. I remember that. That was the rule.
But
I'm just chilling over here, just listening to the beautiful, beautiful arguments between Bruce and his entire Bat family.
it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
But you know what? It has gone an hour. My voice is tired. I want a minute. I need a minute to reprieve.
All right. So, how was your day today, Austin?
It was all right. You know, just nothing eventful happened. I did some Arkham. I'm still playing Arkham City. I'm almost done with the Riddler stuff, so that's good.
Yeah.
And also, Sienna, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Okay, I could not read it because the fan fiction I saw was like, oh god. Like I have to change it to some. I have to change this title to something else because if you give me something else, if you give me like something like this, like the Wonder Bat stuff,
Can you send that to me? I'll read how bad you think it is.
all right. Here, let me. I'll send you the fanfic.
And also, I said something in the private chat.
Yeah, I saw. Oh god. Here, I'll send it. I'm sending the link to you in private chat. I think. Did this work? Yeah, it did. Okay. It's bad. Like you can't. I don't even. I couldn't read it on stream. Like that was that bad. Like,
All right.
are you reading it?
Just wait a second. Gross.
No, Sienna, you're good. You're good. But like I read like the first like chapter. I'm like, oh god, nope. I'm cutting it out now. Because like don't get me wrong, it started out fine, but then once I read more into it, I'm like, oh nope, I can't read it. So I had to find something else last minute, and I actually had I had fun reading it. I apologize. I apologize if we didn't get. We will read something you give us next week. I promise. It's just this week I had to find something else because that just went nope. I had to be like, no, I couldn't do that, man. That just was like, oh shit. That just was like, oh god. Like,
Oh. Okay.
Now do you understand?
Yeah, I understand completely.
But to be fair, if the story of a fanfiction is called Pleasure Island, I would think that would probably first off be a red flag.
Yes, it will.
Listen, I was trying to give it like a fair. I was going to give it a fair chance. You know, I was going to give it a fair chance. I was like, you know what, maybe this will be okay. But then I was like, oh god, this is going too far. I was like, oh hell.
Yeah.
I was like, because you know, I'm a very respectable guy. You know, I respect my chat. You know, the chat doesn't want to watch like filthy stuff, man. I'm very kind. And Sour's like, hey, man.
I was like, hey, well, if you're in the chat saying, hey, then
Hey,
come on here. Am I
hey,
right? Hey.
hey,
Hey.
hey,
Hey.
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 I don't even know what the hell's going on. I'm sorry.
I don't know. This is what we usually do, though.
Yeah, that's true. Deshaun's like, I'm back. I just got done watching Tom and Jerry.
All right. So I guess it seems like I'm gonna have to start watching it. And I heard it's garbage. I'm still gonna go into watching it probably. I don't have any interest though in seeing it. That's the thing.
I'm probably not gonna see it. Even though I have HBO Max, I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, we could be watching Batman versus Robin.
Hey, Batman vs. Robin's a great movie.
Yeah, it is. I know.
It's an amazing movie. Fuck, I
Or
might.
the Snyder cut in like 2 weeks.
That is. Oh yeah, it is coming out in 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit. And also the last episode of WandaVision is the fuck. But also Superman and Lois. Dude, Superman and Lois is so good. Tuesdays are now my favorite days.
Yeah. So now you're actually gonna watch it on the CW app.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay. So you're gonna watch it live?
Probably.
Alright. Almost like what I do with Riverdale.
And then I'll watch it again on the CW app because it's so good.
Yeah.
So I was like, you could be watching My Hero Academia.
Yeah. Ryan's been telling me that we should watch My Hero Academia.
Or we could be watching Attack on Titan.
Or we could be trying to finish up the trashy season ever.
Nah.
Season 4.
I mean, it's just Superman and Lois is just really good.
Or we can finally finish one thing. That
What?
is Troll Hunters. I mean, I think Austin's so hyped to see Jim's mom again.
Absolutely.
It's been too long since August.
Who wouldn't be hyped to see Jim's mom?
So that means we're going to have to... I remember we got done the first season and we only watched like 3 episodes of season 2. We're going to have to rewatch those first 3 episodes of season 2.
No, I already got the gist. Basically, Jim's still in the Darklands, and they got him back.
Yeah, or they are gonna get him back. The last episode, I'm pretty sure we did not get to where he gets back.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to make sure about that also.
Deshaun says the movie was okay. The movie made me laugh sometimes, but it does have problems. I give it a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie.
I'm hearing that's trash.
That's what I'm hearing too.
But the trailers looked trash also.
So I was like, don't join the fandom. They're garbage and trash. Fuck the My Hero Academia fandom. It's full of cringy. It's full of cringy teenagers, shippers who make eye contact, means 2 characters love each other. And the worst of them all, people who send death threats to the creator. Yeah, those people are assholes.
Yeah. Why the hell were... Well, number one, I shouldn't be saying. That's also the Star Wars fandom.
Yeah. Isn't that any fandom?
Well, especially the Star Wars fandom.
Oh yeah, the Star Wars fandom is the worst.
You know, look at Mr. George Lucas. Oh yeah, I did the prequels. Oh my god, you ruined our childhood, George Lucas. They suck balls. Hey, I gave you your childhood. Yeah, well, you still ruined it. Then he does Clone Wars. Then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do my sequel trilogy. Then the fans are like, please don't do the sequel trilogy. Then he's like, you know what? Because they don't want me to do a sequel trilogy, I'll sell it to Disney.
And then we all went, no!
No. Then you guys went, yay. And then the majority of people after Last Jedi were like, no, we're now in for George Lucas.
We're all like, George, we're sorry. Please love us.
Yeah, exactly. That's true though. And yes, the Snyder Cut also, the Snyder Cult movement is also almost just like that.
Absolutely.
Because I remember right when BVS got released, and I know the theatrical version sucks and all, but there were legit people still praising the theatrical version like it was god tier.
And even the Ultimate Edition's really, it's not that great.
It's not that great. It's good, but not that great.
What's up, Zach? Great to see you. So I was like, wah, the Titans are in CG now, and the CG is garbage. Some stupid Attack on Titans fans. Deshaun says the Snyder cult is trash.
Well, yeah, any type of cult like that is trash.
And so I was like, the CG is even that bad. Did they forget how the Colossal Titan looked in season 3 at CG? He looked terrible. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it, or I haven't seen a lot of it. What's up, EJ? How's it going? But look, I personally as far as like the Snyder thing is concerned, I just want to see what Snyder was going to do for like his version of the movie. I'm not going to be that guy who's going, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. No, I personally, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad.
That's technically where I lay also. Because I think it's going to be good, what we saw with the trailer. Sorry, my bad. Because, well, with Wonder Woman 1984, there were leaks about what the story was going to be. And guess what? Those leaks were true. The whole movie was basically...
Oh, wait, Wonder Woman 1984 was leaked?
Yeah. Since January of, 2020.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I was living under a rock. I don't know.
Well, no one talked about it. It's not like the DC fandom are usually silent. Where if it was a Star Wars leak, Star Wars fans would be going crazy. Just like that script that John Boyega left at that hotel room, which basically leaked the Rise of Skywalker.
Sour's like, and of course they also sent death threats to Izzy. You know what? I'll say is the Attack on Titan's creator. So both Attack on Titan and the My Hero Academia fandom suck. Every fandom sucks for the most part.
Everything sucks.
Kavari says it seems like the Snyder cult is overhyping the movie.
Well, no, it's a cult. It's gonna hype the movie, and then we'll be there saying, "Shut up."
Honestly, I'm not even really hyping up the movie. I'm just excited for it. I'm not like, oh my god, this is gonna be the greatest movie ever. Because even I'm like, I don't even think the movie's gonna be that great.
I think the movie's gonna be good, and I'm really excited for it because I haven't been this hyped since Rise of Skywalker and Endgame, to be honest. Like, I'm actually hyped for it, but I'm not overhyped, if you understand.
Like, you're hyped to the point where it's like you would rather watch like you're like to the point where you're excited to see it, but you're not hyped to the point where it's like you're so like, oh my god, if it's bad, I'm gonna like tear it apart.
Exactly. That's where I go.
Because if it's bad, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, this is horrible. I'll be
oh my god, this was horrible. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Like, I'll be that person that's like, well, because my thing is, if it's bad, I was gonna say, well, this was a waste of time. Because at that point, you might as well not have given us, because it pretty much doesn't change anything. So at that point, it's like, if it's bad, it's a waste of time. If it's good, it's good.
Yep.
I don't even. Kavari says yes, it was leaked, and so I was like, everything is terrible. Everything is terrible when you're part of a team. Everything is terrible. You live in the dream. I don't know. Yes. Is that how the song goes?
Yes, that's how the song goes.
Sounds about right. But Superman and Lois, everybody, if you haven't watched it yet, please go ahead and do so. It's awesome.
Yeah, we'll be bringing that up during tonight's stream.
Thank God, because there's so much to talk about.
Because I have finally watched it, actually.
And what'd you think of it?
Oh, I thought it was a great show so far.
It was a great first episode. I can't wait till episode 2.
I hope that they don't go down like the drama route. That's my only thing with it.
Let's see here. Star Wars, like, it's been a while since I saw that movie. I'm surprised I still remember the lyrics. Zach's like, the second part is still my favorite Lego movie. Sorry. Deshaun says Superman and Lois episode 1 was great. I was surprised. What are your thoughts on the new on Superman?
We'll be getting.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we'll be getting to that the stream right after this on my channel.
Yes, we will be talking about that. So we'll keep ourselves reserved. But
Yeah.
even though we did talk about the Snyder Cut a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. Try and save some topics for that stream, guys. Jesus.
But again, going back to the Snyder Cut, I think the problem is everyone just keeps talking about it.
That is exactly why I'm not as hyped as I am right now. Like, the trailers made me want to be super excited, and I am still excited. It's just not as excited as I would normally be.
And the thing is, it's not because people are like freaking talking about it, because you want people to talk about your movie. But the problem is, it's either you, and I'm not hating on anybody who like picks a certain side. It's just when people are already making judgments about the movie, it's just like, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I kind of understand where certain people are coming from. If you didn't like what Snyder did with BVS or Man of Steel, you're definitely not going to like the Snyder Cut. That I agree with. If you didn't like what he did with the previous movies, you're not going to like this one. But I do think he deserves a chance, like kind of like everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing is we should be at least open-minded and at least go into it with an open mind, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to because my thing is I don't like going into a movie with a preemptive judgment.
Yes. And yes, Kavari, we are going to be talking about that movie as well, from Blue Beetle. All right. We have a huge list of things to talk about on our stream. So we'll be getting to that as well. And yeah, that's all I have to say, really. Also, it's in 11 minutes.
Oh, the stream's in 11 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, do you want me to end it, or?
Yeah, sure. It's your show. Not.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give the 5-minute warning. How about that?
All right.
So I'll give everybody a chance to kind of go into the chat and type whatever you got to do.
Also, try and ask. Did you ask the dude who I?
No, I'm.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll ask.
All right. Sorry.
He poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses. He did? No. But are we gonna wait around until he does?
No!
I love that part. It's so fun.
So, what the fuck is up?
Nothing much.
Oh,
Where the heck did Ryan go? It's like he kicked himself out.
Our friends are in now voice chat? Oh, hell yeah.
There we go.
Oh, well, it seems like Austin's gonna be leaving for a little bit.
Well, not yet.
Help, I'm going insane. Please, someone put me out of my misery. Put a goddamn musket to the roof of my mouth
Well,
and shoot me.
I am in a crackhead Yoda mode.
Oh, hell.
I can do you one better.
Damn.
A few miles. This is the smartest image that is
Interesting.
anime being choked to death by Star Wars. It is. Which is stronger Star Wars is, according to that.
I try to sneak out of my house, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps the night of my parents.
What?
I don't know what that grind is doing right now.
I'm fucking high on crack, dude. Don't blame me.
Well, I mean, I could blame you.
Brian, I am putting you into the trash.
You do not have the power to do that. I only have the power on this show to do so.
Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked, noob.
Yeah, look at me go. Drunky Yoda, I am.
You're bad. Get good. Get good. You're bad. The average Rainbow Six Siege player. Get good. You're bad. After they get fucking bodied.
Bro, you know who's actually
lucky shot.
You know who's a good Rainbow Six player?
Who?
My friend Jerry. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Yeah.
No!
Okay, why no?
Yeah, why now? Jerry sounds like he would be a pretty good Rainbow Six Siege player, though. 1v1 him, he just bodies you. I bet he's a class man. Or a buck man.
Maybe.
Drunky Yoda, I am.
Oh my zoink.
No.
Oh my, I tried to pick up on the ghost, but like I'm sick tubes.
We forgot
And
Sour
the clap of
Shaggy.
my ass kept doing the ghost.
We forgot Sour Shaggy.
Damn it.
Like, and my
Sour Jaeger, Sour Ass Man,
Sour Jaeger. Ere Jaeger.
Yeah, Jaeger.
Sour
Nope,
Jaeger.
Nope.
Usurper. Sour Jaeger.
Sour Jaeger.
Before you die. Do you have any last words?
Alright. Oh my god, Jaeger's here.
Yeah, God. Jaeger.
It's a good time to be a Superman fan. I would say so. I'd say I think it's really good to be a Superman fan at the moment. But with that being said, though, guys, we are gonna wrap it up. I'll let everybody go around the panel real quick. Everybody where they can find themselves at one last time. Ninjoid, we'll start with you.
Alright. Go check out my stream. Forget anything else. Go to my channel right now and go to Marvel and DC Takeover. In which, Austin and Sour Shaggy will be there as well. As well as some other great people. So, yeah.
I'm having a stream in 1 second. I just started streaming.
Also,
it's about why I'm so much better than all of you peasants.
Also, make sure you check out our store because we got paid child support.
What?
Yeah, we got
Wait,
paid
what?
child. According
Yeah.
to Card, we
Wait, you
got
mean
paid
What
child.
are you talking
Well,
about?
let's take another one, man.
Well,
I don't think I have a child. I don't think I've ever had sex before. You're being a thing, I'm not sure.
Ryan, you do know, supposedly I had a kid.
Huh?
In school. No, in school.
Yo, that's
Ryan, you know. No.
Oh.
It's a joke. Ryan and I, we are the only ones who know it. But yeah, guys,
I don't even want to know.
right there. Yes, he doesn't even know. He's like, what? Yeah.
I gotta get
just go check out the stream. It's at 10. We'll be a little bit late, and I am Batman.
That hurts my throat. Ow.
Very nice. Sauerkraut. Where can they find you at?
You guys can find me. I'm not doing a voice that entire time. No, screw that. You guys can find me on my YouTube channel where I post so consistently, dude. Like, I post regularly, like every single day. Every single day I post a new video. So come check it out. It's pretty chill. You can also find me on Discord at Sauerkraut !4 and Instagram at Sauerkraut06. Also these two lovely, beautiful Chad's channels. Obviously, like right now I'm on Austin's stream, but you can find me on his other streams apart from the wrestling one. I forget the name of it because I don't really do wrestling anymore. And you can also find me on Nindroid's channel where I will be on his stream in like 0.4 seconds. I'm that lightning quick. I'm like fucking Sonic. And yeah.
Very nice. Just to save time, everybody's links are in the description. Like Chris, JJ, LDG, Nindroid, Sauerkraut. I even put Sienna's stuff in the description as well. Go check them out. Twitter. I think our Twitter links are down there too. I got Poe and the Big O Show's channels in the description too. So check those out. And anyway, guys, that about does it. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Ostinator, Nindroid and Sauerkraut signing out.
Adios.
Adios.